Yo, 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 what up, though? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. I'm here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways, and this is the off season. Welcome, 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 welcome in. And wait a minute, okay, all right. I was gonna say y'all ain't giving us no love whatsoever. Damn, I was about to kick the whole crowd out here. We are pumped up, man. I'm here with the boys, Big Ed and Ways. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up, though?
And what's good, fellas? What's good?
What's good? What's good? I tell you what's good. What's good is that we are down to the last 3 weeks of the NFL and our two early predictions. And I'm looking forward to our next episode, which will be in 2 weeks, by the way, because next week we're off for the holiday. Happy 4th of July for everybody that's coming up. And after that, we're going to come back with a tally of how each team is placed based on the knowledge and lack thereof of Big Ed, myself, and Ways. All right, so I had to let it hang there and linger for a minute. Had to let it linger for a minute. So let's do a shot. We're gonna talk about that. We got a couple other subjects we're gonna talk about too, but then we're gonna jump into the picks kind of early. Should be a pretty fast and furious show today. So speaking of which, let's give a toast to everybody that's living another sequel.
Hey, all the submarines.
Boom. Woo!
Sorry. I might be no one caught that.
I caught it.
Of course, we like to start off by making sure that everybody know that we do endorse two fantasy football groups on Facebook. You've got the BSB, which is the Broad Street Bullies Facebook group, and the SWFFG, the Southwest Fantasy Football Group. So we endorse both of those groups. We encourage you to join both of those groups if you're on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, join Facebook and join one of those groups. Actually, both of them, because you'll enjoy them both for different reasons. SWFFG is a lot more fun. BSB is a lot more informative. So just know that. We are, as I always mention, we are endorsed by the BSB Facebook group, but not so much by the SWFFG, because they don't like that we speak truth. And they talk a lot of bullshit.
With a capital B.
They like their bullshit. They don't like my truth. So they don't endorse the show for that reason. But that said, they're a lot of fun, so make sure you join. And also, not only just for the fun, but a lot of fantasy football leagues will pop up throughout this off season and as we creep closer to the season. So if you want to get involved in some fantasy football leagues that are uber competitive, then this would be the place to be and a place to find those leagues. Or if you have a league and you want to get it filled up, you're running short, you need one more guy, you need two more teams. Come in, drop your link to your league. That mug will be filled up in no time. But just know that it'll probably be filled up by someone that's going to win your league.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's some ballers. It's some real ballers out here. They talk their shit, but it's some ballers out there. So, just so you know. Speaking of which, there's a new family in the collective.
I love to hear it.
There is a new family in the collective. It was inspired by our conversation we had last week about how the collective became the collective, how EFG, the original EFG, became the collective. And with that conversation, as I talked about how it was inspired to branch out, one of our members, Dejan, to be exact, was inspired to branch out and start a family of his own.
Okay.
Still under the EFG, the collective umbrella, is Sleepers Only. Sleepers Only is the name of the new family,
No, step.
Not sleepers only, steppers only. My
Oh,
bad, my
your
bad,
son.
my bad. Steppers only, not sleepers only. Steppers only.
I'm a sleeper.
Steppers only is the name of the new family. Um, DeJohn's been running the league, and he brought his crew of players over into his family and created his own family called Steppers Only. I am an honorary member of Steppers Only, and we are taking on. He came out and challenged everybody. He wants all the smoke. Carlton and Chris both accepted the challenge. BSB is taking on Steppers Only in a league called Warzone.
Okay.
Chris has yet to put his money where his mouth is. He has yet to back up his talk. So he said he was in, but he's not actually in yet.
Chris,
Not yet.
you gotta step off that bus, bro.
Got to step up. He got to step up. And the Steppers Only acronym is, interestingly enough, SO. And for those of us that know, from Southwestern High School, our sub moniker used to be the Big SO, and we used to say the Big SO got so, and so Steppers Only has adopted that as their chant, the Big SO got so. So that's the step. So now y'all know a little history behind the Big SO got so, and why the Steppers Only Big SO is a thing. So big ups to Steppers Only. Big ups to DeJohn and Steppers Only, and get ready to whoop some ass. And BSB, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble.
Number love, brother, but you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Sometimes the big brother gotta whoop up on the little brother every now and then.
Every now and then. Oh boy. Your favorite receiver that all y'all left off of the list in the Waves verse.
Okay.
Didn't even give him honorable mention. And here he is in the news. Antonio Brown is getting sued by the players and coaches of his now defunct Arena Football League team. Because the last check that he paid to everybody has been rescinded. So nobody got their last check. They didn't get paid.
Man, look. All right. In the words of another YouTuber, man, I have a lot of respect for Chiseled Adonis. Enough with the clown.
Yeah, we got kicked out the league. I ain't paying y'all shit.
He said we got kicked out. That's you.
You got us all kicked out the league.
Oh,
And now you ain't gonna pay us either? What? Paid them. It's even worse. Worse than y'all didn't get paid. He paid them and then took the money back.
Oh wow.
Put a
Oh,
stop
wow.
pay on their checks. Don't pay that. Look, that's how you got kicked out of the league in the first place, not paying your bills.
right. That's why you got the child support you got.
This dude, man, this dude is he's going down in flames, man.
Oh
And
yeah, he's
usually when it comes to mental health, I try to be as supportive as possible, but he's not doing anything to help himself in any way possible.
no.
This
Yeah,
man
this
needs
dude-
a therapist, psychologist, 72-hour stay, something.
He's going down in flames, man.
What was
I'm afraid.
what was that big song that all the rappers got together and did?
Self-destruction.
Yep.
That's
That's all I see.
Oh, he's headed for self-destruction. Yeah. Question.
What's that?
story has been growing a lot of legs all week long. We mentioned it before, but we didn't put him where everyone is putting him. What's your thoughts on Dalvin Cook potentially headed to New York to join Aaron Rodgers and the Jets Jets?
Can I start this one off?
Please do.
I don't think it's going to be any difference. I've been saying this for the last couple of years. Dalvin Cook, don't get me wrong, he's had some great seasons in the past couple seasons, but his production's been going down. He has not been as great as he's been before. His age is getting to him. I think going over there is a mistake because you got Michael Carter over there. You got Breece Hall over there. There's no real reason to have Dalvin there. I don't think it's a good move.
What's your thoughts, Miguel?
Does that show how much faith they have in their running game?
Are they the ones that say?
Are you asking the question, or are you?
No,
I'm
I'm asking the question. Does that show how much faith that they have in their running game right now?
Is that what you're doing here?
Do they have that much? To me, that says they don't have much faith in Breece Hall and Michael Carter.
Here's my thing: it's not the Jets putting this information out, so I can't really go based off of that. When it comes to the Jets and their running back room, personally, I think they're fine. The fact that they have not come out and confirmed or denied Dalvin Cook's involvement or potentially coming over to their team, I don't think they feel as if they have a big enough issue in their running back room where they feel they need to bring Dalvin in. I think they're ignoring the reports.
The story has been growing legs like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
And what the consistent narrative, fairly consistent narrative has been, is that Breece Hall is coming off the type of injury that it takes running backs time to get back to who they were. It takes them sometimes a full season, normally at least half a season. They don't believe Breece Hall is going to be ready to jump right in game one and be Breece Hall that we know him to be. So therefore, you bring in Dalvin Cook to be the guy at the onstart of the season and let him cook, no pun intended, with Michael Carter. And then when Breece Hall is back up to speed, or he gets limited duty in the meantime, and when he's back up to speed, then he takes back over, and they will be one of the more dangerous 1-2 punches in the NFL. Yeah. That's been the fairly consistent narrative that I've been hearing as this story about Dalvin Cook landing with the Jets grows and grows and grows. It's growing legs like crazy. And then as the side note of they're both outcast from the NFC North, and they want to come show everybody the big mistake they made.
I honestly don't really subscribe to that one right there. I can't. I think they're not outcasts because they're very relevant to the NFL.
Dalvin Cook was cut.
That's it was a financial decision. It was a smart financial decision. Do you cut the older player that's on his way out anyways?
And the Packers did exactly what they did to Brett Favre. They ran Aaron Rodgers out of town.
Yeah, that was not a smart move. That I will not agree.
So they're both outcasts of the NFC North.
in their respective towns.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So it's coming to We'll Show You.
Yeah.
Together we come to the Jets and we'll show you. But they got a mountain to climb, man.
What if he ends up in Chicago?
What?
What if Dalvin ends up in Chicago?
That's something that I've heard a couple times.
I can see him going there out of just pure pettiness. Let's not put it past him. Dalvin Cook
don't
is a
see it.
steady person.
But the problem with Chicago is offensive line.
Fair. He's not safe. He's injury prone.
No, it's just nobody knows what the offensive line is going to be yet.
We
Agreed.
all know what the offensive line is going to be.
No, we don't.
Shots fired.
I got a lot
Hold
of.
up.
I got a lot, but we all know they line ain't gonna be shit.
I don't know. I mean, you discounting Tevin Jenkins and Braxton Jones.
We don't go too.
They were actually pretty decent last year. They did a damn good job. They did.
To Chicago standards, yeah, they did okay.
But we didn't have Cody Whitehair center. We didn't have Darnell Wright. So
We'll see.
there's some pieces to that offensive line that are being put together that, I mean, shit, you got to remember, Ryan Pauls was an offensive lineman.
I know, but at the same time, bro, like I said, I got love for the Bears. Strictly because you're my brother, I have no other choice but to have love for the Bears out of support of my family. All right. But I will say this. Those two rookies are unproven yet. We'll see. I think their first round rookie offensive lineman has potential to do great. But that the rest, that's one player, man. That offensive lineman, I'm sorry, I won't even put him on my high school football team, and they fucking suck here in Benton.
Folks, in case y'all haven't noticed, Big Ed is a Bears fan, so he's going to defend them to the end in ways it's just instigating.
I'm such a shit starter. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just starting shit.
And you know what? We gonna move on. We're gonna move on. But I agree with you, Big Ed. I think there's a question mark as to what their offensive line will be, and that question mark is probably too much of a risk for Dalvin Cook to take. If I'm Dalvin Cook,
Right.
That's probably a risk I don't want to take.
I can agree.
On a down note, former Michigan quarterback who actually bounced around to a couple of different schools. I think he went to UCLA after he left for Michigan. He redshirted or something. Ryan Mallett. He passed away at the age of 35 after a drowning accident today.
Yeah.
Earlier today.
Like,
He also played. He was drafted by the Patriots. He played behind Brady.
Yeah. That's what I remember him for.
Yep. I remember him from Michigan.
Yeah.
Arena.
That's why I was so happy he went to the Patriots, is because he's back at another Michigan Wolverine, probably the greatest of all time is Michigan Wolverines and Tom Brady.
And didn't he do well until he got hurt in the NFL?
Yeah. He did decent. He was
it's okay.
Yeah, he was okay. I wouldn't put him in there as great.
He was a game manager.
Yeah.
When they had a great defense.
He could get some wins, but he couldn't get enough to get to the playoffs type of situation. But Ryan Mallett, I think he was one of those players that were very underrated. It's really sad to see him go like that. Yeah, it's just, man, that sucks. He's just a year younger than me.
I'm not gonna lie, I was mad at Ryan Mallett when he left Michigan. I understood why he left Michigan, but I was mad at him for it.
Mm-hmm.
When he ended up with the Patriots, I rooted against him because I was still mad at him about leaving Michigan.
Damn.
I'm petty, and I was,
That's like
but I'm not happy to see him go. I think it's sad that he had this accident at such a young age, and he perished. And so, rest in peace to Ryan Mallett. I ain't gonna spend a ton of time on it, but did want to acknowledge it. And we had a near miss. I don't know if y'all heard about it.
Oh yeah.
Leonard Fournette escaped a burning car.
Oh wow.
He survived. His car, he was driving his car, caught on fire, just started burning. It caught on fire. and it exploded. He was able to escape and get away from it unscathed, man. But that he had a close call. He had a scare.
And from what I hear, is he barely escaped.
Yeah, and if you see the picture of the vehicle, it's legit. It's bad as fuck. It's bad, man.
Damn.
That car is crispy.
What kind of car was it? I just want to make sure, so I don't never try to
It was
get it.
burnt. I don't know. It was too burnt to see what kind of car it was.
It was well
It
done.
was crispy.
That's the kind of car it was. Well done.
Yeah, it was a brat. So thank God that he escaped that. He was able to survive that and get out of that. And we don't have two stories. That's tragic. So thank you for those small favors, dear God. And now it is time to make our picks. Y'all ready to do this?
Yep.
This week we're doing the last 3 weeks of the season. Weeks 16, 17, and 18. Now, a curveball got thrown last week and it threw Waze off, so I'm going to warn him if there's another curveball, just go with it.
All right, I'll go with
That
it.
was when I had some to be determines that came in after Monday night. I got to Monday night and he was like, "Wait a minute, there's still Sunday games," and I'm like, "Wait a minute now, just go with it." Because those are still times still to be determined. So if we get to a similar situation, just go with it.
All right.
Go with it. Because we're at the tail end of the season and stuff changes.
Yep.
Thursday, December 21st. The New Orleans Saints travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. Waze, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with those Rams.
Ooh, big Ed.
I'm gonna go Saints.
I'm going to go also with the Saints. Saturday the 23rd, the Bengals travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Big Ed.
Bengals.
Steelers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with those Bengals as well.
Also, at the night game on Saturday the 23rd, the Buffalo Bills travel to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with those Chargers as well.
Big
You said the
Ed.
Bills?
Yes.
I'm going Bills.
Sunday, Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, 2023, 1 o'clock p.m. on Fox Network. Okay, I'm going to stop building it up, man. The Colts, Indianapolis Colts, travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Wait.
Ooh.
Oh, I like both of these teams. I think they're both underdog teams. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Colts.
I'm also going with the Falcons. The Packers travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Big Ed.
I'll go Panthers.
I am going to go with the Packers. Ways.
Hate to do it to you, bro, but I am gonna go with the Packers as well.
The Browns travel to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns. Ways.
Texans get their revenge against Deshaun Watson here. I think I'm going with the Texans.
Oh, Big Ed.
I'll go Browns.
The Detroit Lions travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Ways.
Is there any question? Vikings.
Big Ed.
I'll go Detroit.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. The Commanders travel to New York to take on the Jets. Big Ed.
Jets.
Jets.
I'll say it like it was easy. I'm going with the Commanders.
The Seattle Seahawks travels to Tennessee to take on the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans. Ways.
I'm gonna go with those Seahawks.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go with the Titans also.
The Jags travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with those Jags.
Big Ed.
Jags.
I too am going with the Jags. The Cardinals travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. Big Ed.
Bears.
I'm going Bears. Ways.
Anytime you bring up the Cardinals, just assume I'm picking the team against them.
This time I couldn't make that assumption because they're playing the Bears. So I need a pick.
Oh, the Bears.
Okay, I got to hear you say that.
By-
Cowboys travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I am going with the Cowboys. Nope, I'm going with the Dolphins. Big Ed. I mean, Ways.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. They're gonna squeak their way into the
Big Ed.
Cowboys.
Patriots travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Ways.
We'll go with the Broncos.
Big Ed.
Patriots.
I'm going to go with the Broncos. Monday night, Christmas night. Actually, Christmas afternoon, 1 o'clock. The Raiders take on the Chiefs. Big Ed.
Chiefs.
Raiders. Ways.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not ready for you to say the Raiders. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. That threw me way the fuck.
Huge rivalry. The Raiders get them every year. At 4:30 in the afternoon on Christmas, the Giants take on the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going to go with the Eagles. Ways.
Carlton, nothing but love, bro. But I'm going with those Giants to win this one.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Giants.
And Monday night, the Ravens will travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Ways.
All right, don't hate. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go 49ers.
And I do hate you. 49ers. Week 17. Let's see what happens week 17. It's loading. The suspense.
My bad, guy.
Thursday, December 28th. The Jets travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Big Ed.
Jets.
Browns.
This is a 50-50 for me, so you know what? I'm going to choose family on this. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Saturday, December 30th, New Year's Eve. The Detroit Lions travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm going with the Cowboys. Ways.
Man, these games are getting really tough, really. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Big Ed.
Not confident in that at all.
As am I.
As of you what?
Lions.
Okay. On New Year's Eve day, the Dolphins travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ways.
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Big Ed.
Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens. And Patriots travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Big Ed.
Bills.
Buffalo.
Unanimous Bills.
Falcons travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. I'm going with the Falcons. Ways.
As am I.
Big Ed.
I'm going Bears.
The Titans travel to Houston to take on the Texans. Ways.
Good. I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Big Ed.
I'm going to Texans.
So am I. Going with the Texans. Going to Houston. Let's see here. By the way, the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers.
They did.
Get back time.
Talk
Get
about.
back time.
I was gonna say, talk about revenge games.
Get back time. Get back time. Raiders travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Ways. Oh, wait a minute. Is it on Ways? No,
you.
it's on me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I was gonna say, why is this so difficult?
Wait.
I'm going with the Colts also.
Who did you go with, Ways?
I was gonna go with the Colts as well.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. Panthers travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Ways.
Damn, I don't like this week, man. So many tough games. I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one.
Big Ed.
Go Jaguars.
I'm gonna go Jaguars too. The Los Angeles Rams travel to New York to take on the Giants. Big Ed.
Giants.
Giants.
As the resident guy who has the Giants going so far this year, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. And the Cardinals travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. I'll go Eagles. Ways.
Is there any question here? I'm going with the Eagles.
Big Ed.
Eagles.
And the Saints will travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Big Ed.
Saints.
Buccaneers. Frisco travels to Washington to take on the Commanders. Big Ed.
Briscoe.
Frisco.
That leaves it up to me to go ahead and be the dampening situation here and say the Commanders.
Okay. The Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. Ways.
I'm going to go. Wow, what the fuck was that? I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Big Ed.
Seahawks.
The Chargers travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Ways.
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Big Ed.
Chargers.
Broncos. Cincinnati travels to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Big Ed.
Ooh.
That's a hell of a game.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
I'm going to go Kansas City. Ways.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with bruh here. I'm going with the Bengals.
All right. The Packers travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings or the Vikings.
Yeah, really?
They're not Vikings.
Bears,
They're
the
Vikings. The Vikings. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings. Who you going with there, Waze?
Oh, I'm going to go with the Packers on this one.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna agree with you, OG, and go with the Vikings.
The Vikings. And that's
This was
all
serious.
for week 17. No Monday Night Football because they had Thursday and Saturday. So there's no Monday night. So week 18, where all games and times, all times, I should say, are to be determined.
Okay.
So they're just going to wait and see what the best games are and put the best games on when the best games should be on. The most important games get the most important times. So all times are to the entire week 18 is the team games are scheduled, but their times are not. Okay.
Okay.
Seahawks travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Wait.
Man, this is so tough. But I'm absolutely going to go ahead and finish this streak off and say the Seahawks are making sure the Cardinals leave unwon.
That will not happen. Big Ed.
Well, Seahawks.
The Steelers travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ways.
Oh, shit. You know what? Let's go for the upset. The Steelers are going to look for that playoff refresh. So I'm going to go ahead and say Pittsburgh.
Big Ed.
I'm going to go Ravens.
I'm going Baltimore. Tampa Bay travels to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Big Ed.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Unanimous with the Panthers.
Browns travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Ways.
I'm going to go with the Browns.
Big Ed.
Since he's going to keep winning the Battle of Ohio.
And the Vikings travel to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm going to go with, it's Big Ed. It's on you.
This might be for the division. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions. Wait.
As am I.
The Bears travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. I'm going with the Packers. Ways.
As am I.
Big Ed.
Justin Fields gets him over the hump in Lambeau.
The Texans travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Ways.
Ooh, rookie QB versus rookie QB. This should be interesting. Not one versus two. I'm gonna go with Indianapolis. I'm gonna go with those Colts.
Wait, Big Ed.
I'm going to go with the Colts also.
I'm going with the Colts as well. The Chiefs travel to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Big Ed.
I'm going to go Chiefs.
I'm going to go Chargers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Broncos travel to Los Angeles to Las Vegas rather to take on the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Big Ed.
I'm going with the Broncos also.
Buffalo travels to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Ways.
Ooh, that's gonna be a really good game. I already know that's gonna be high scoring. I'm gonna go with Buffalo winning this.
Big Ed.
Buffalo.
Miami. The Jets travel to New England to take on the Patriots. Big Ed.
Jets.
Patriots.
Jets.
The Falcons travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints. I'm going with the Saints. Ways.
To me, this is gonna be a battle for a playoff spot. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Big Ed.
I'm going to go with the Saints.
The Eagles travel to New York to take on the Giants. Big Ed.
Eagles.
Sorry, Ways. That was supposed to be on Ways.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I was right. It was on Big Ed.
So you're right. I think it was Big Ed.
No. It was on you. It was on you, Ways. Go Ways. Ways. It's on you.
I'm going with the Giants on this.
Ooh, go ahead, Big Ed.
Eagles.
I'm going with the. I'm going with the Eagles. The Rams travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Big Ed.
49ers.
49ers.
Unanimous with 49ers.
The Jags travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans. I'm going with the Titans. Ways.
As am I.
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
The Cowboys travel to Washington to take on the Commanders. Ways.
I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Big Ed.
Dallas is gonna be fighting not to be the last in that division. So I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Dallas is going to be fighting to come in first in that division, and I'm going to go with Dallas.
Am I hearing someone's dog?
Yeah, that's my brother's watching TV, and whenever a dog comes on TV, the dog goes fucking bananas.
Okay. I'm sitting here like, man, I swear to God, that ain't my dog.
And that is it, folks, for the picks, the two early picks. That is all we wrote, and that's all for the off season this week. See you in 2 weeks. We'll tally those up and give you the totals for the records for each team, and we'll let you know how we each picked them, and I'll let you know how they pick as us as a combination, because we didn't come too far. We did pretty decent last year. I think it'll be better picture this year because this was a better way for us to do it. It's to pick it game by game, week by week,
Yep.
so there's no overlap. And that was fun, man. But that's it for the off season, man. We want to thank y'all for joining us. On behalf of the crew, Big Ed and Ways, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and this has been the off season. See you in a couple weeks, y'all. Peace. Subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, like what you see.